On to your comments on Toffee TV. This is your chance to get your thoughts out from the game we're talking about. It's obviously the 1-1 draw with Stoke City. You do that by putting your comments in the comment section on YouTube on our instant reaction videos and our player rating videos. So let's get straight into it. First one's from Jack Curtis. He says, do you think that if Coleman gets injured, we will have to change formation and that we might be in a bit of trouble? Well, Jack, I suppose you could say that for a lot of positions. People keep on worrying about if Lukaku gets injured. People keep on worrying if Baines gets injured. I think we've got enough cover in the squad in terms of flexibility now. If Coleman went out, we'd have to go back to a normal back four or Holgate playing there, or even Holgate could probably play in a three in the wing back positions, or someone like James McCarthy could play in a wing back position. I think there's plenty of flexibility in there for the rest of the season, so I wouldn't be worrying just yet. So the manager's left himself a little bit short in some positions, but I think there's plenty of cover in the squad. Adam B says, before the game I would have been happy with a point, so I am happy. The team performance was average, yet we still got a result. Schneiderlin, standout man for me, looking confident in the midfield, and it was great to see him getting in the rest fate to make a decision about our goal. Love that. On to Bournemouth and hopefully 3 points. Yeah, you can't play well all the time. You simply can't, and it's actually what you do when you're not playing well. That is the yardstick of how you're going to finish in the season. You've got to grind out games. That's what the best teams do. The teams that go and win the league, they always grind out, put wins in the sort of the middle third of the season that will ultimately get them the championship, whatever, the Premier League, or Premier League place, or a cup. It's what you'll have to do. So it wasn't a great performance, but we got a point out of it, which maybe sometimes we wouldn't have. Josh Hughes says, just got back from the game. Overall, I think we were poor, lacked the final ball, right change to take Holgate off at half time. He wasn't dealing with Crouch at all. Stupid mistake that let them score. Made Charlie Adam and Glenn Whelan look a lot better than they really are. Wouldn't say Ron was too bad. He worked hard and didn't get any service. I'd start Lookman or Valencia over Morales against Bournemouth Saturday. He looked very lax and uninterested, and Davies looked knackered after an hour mark. Side note, the ground is freezing. Yeah, it is freezing. I mean, I'll come to your Davies comment first. I thought actually Davies got stronger as the game went on. I thought the change of shape probably helped him more than anybody. Wasn't his best game, don't get me wrong, wasn't his best game, but it was one of them where it wasn't everyone's best game. Morales, see, the comments about Morales is right, but you can't have. You say, well, you can say what you want, but you've sort of made them an excuse for Lukaku and then criticised Morales, and I just thought you were both crap. It happens. Don't worry about it. It happens. Yes, they didn't get much service. It was poor. The final ball was poor, mostly from Ross Barkley. We'll talk more about that in the final word. I said it last night, my instant reaction. I don't think he had a bad game. I thought he played well, but his final ball was poor. Now, I know those two things don't quite tie up together, but he didn't go hiding. He didn't go sulking. He always looked like he wanted to do something. It's that final ball, if you can get that right. If he gets that final ball right, Lukaku's going to have 6 chances there. It just didn't happen last night. I2Share says, completely disagree on Davies. No, when you say that, can you say who you're disagreeing with? Just so that I know it's instant. I know, sorry. I thought he had his poorest game for us, but like you said, he got a lot better in the second half. I also think a 6, he's talking about Baz, a 6 for Holgate is very generous. He was piss poor and beaten on the simple balls, whether it be over the top or behind them. This is fine though. These guys are both still 20 years or under. Plenty of time for these guys to develop. Also, whenever Ross is forced off the centre of the pitch, his whole play style just goes out the window and he forgets how to dribble and pass. It's strange to say that. At least Holgate had a bad game last night. Yeah, that's all you'd have to say about it. It's how he reacts to it, and I'm sure the manager will let him continue that in the next game. I'm sure he'll allow him to get on with it. He wasn't great against Leicester, but in a slightly different position. it's how he responds. You're not going to play against the same kind of players every single week, and it's how you deal with different types of players. Davies the same. He didn't have a brilliant game, but he improved, and his head never goes down, and he keeps trying to do things. And if he'd scored the winning goal, then it would have been a lot different. Ross again, yeah, but it's different. Last few games we've seen Ross slightly higher up the pitch. Last night he was a bit deeper, trying to get the ball, move things round. His final ball was just poor last night. AW says, Baz, it's Berahino, not Berahino. Come on, lads. Is this the level we're at in the comments? Making things hard on yourself, mate. Other than that, I agree with your thoughts. Both you and Per are spot on about the free kicks. Why not send it in more often? That's a good point. I said this. Last night it looked like we were terrified. It was like, we're playing Stoke. There's no way we can beat them in an aerial duel. We should have just threw it. And Koeman was fuming in the last minute. We had a chance to bomb one in, get some big lads up there, and we never did it. We played that stupid tappy short one. Charlie Adam will shoot from anywhere because he got lucky once. Didn't get lucky once. I think he's done it twice. So, and he nearly scored last night. So, it's obviously quite good at it. Better than brushing his teeth anyway. But we won't put a cross in when we have a chance. Wasteful, better than a loss though. Expecting a better performance on Saturday. Come on, you Blues. Mark Riley says, Scrappy, best. Nyland and Joel, best players for me. Hate, Mark Hughes. Says something slightly different there. Absolute crybaby. Yeah, he is. But he's also crying for his own team. We used to moan at a manager who didn't stick up for us, or used to just say how everything was great. Mark Hughes was just having a little whinge. I don't really mind that when it's your own. He's having a whinge about something, about his own team. It's what the fans expect. Underrated Network says, shite game. Joel played amazing. He's going to be the best keeper about soon, trust me. I'm not sure he's going to be the best keeper around, but he's definitely getting better, and he saved us probably 3 times last night when he had no right to. And what he did was really, really good, especially the 2 he saved from Ananovic. He actually made the striker's decision up for him because in a positive way for us, because he was big and he didn't allow the player to have time, when really he had 2 one-on-ones, which, you know, you look at the saves and they're quite standard, but the player bottled it. Kieran Morgan says, result depends on viewpoint. In terms of hanging on to 7th, very positive. Catching the pack above, dismal. Personally, 7th I think is a great stepping stone for next season. 6 games unbeaten, most wins. Shows the pedals have started to motor. Also, brilliant TV graphics as ever. I always dunk the Jaffa cakes. If you start a game, finish it. And Tom fucking Davis. I don't know. I point at Stoke. Okay, it's not amazing, but I don't think it's dismal. Stoke's not an easy place to go on a Wednesday night when it's windy. Adam Flynn says, kids are inconsistent. They weren't great tonight, but maybe there was more focus on them tonight, and they need to adjust to that. They will. I think it was our best transfer window ever. We brought in 2 players in, and we got rid of a lot of the dead wood. We even got a FIFA, some of it. Yeah, kids are inconsistent, but you know what? Our kids haven't been inconsistent. That's why last night Holgate's performance was like, everyone was like, oh, what's happened here? Because he had a bad game. Tom Davies dropped off his level by about that much, and people are like, and then you go, a month ago he wasn't even in the first team. People are going to remember, and Tom Davies actually wasn't that bad last night at all, and got stronger you know what? It was like the Man City game, first half against Man City. He was a bit, and then once you got a grip of the game, absolutely fine. Antonio Fernandez Viana, I just like saying that name. I'll be honest, I just like saying that name. Frustrating, but we were total shite at the start of the game, letting Crouchy look good. Only looked good when it was too late to change the scoreline. It's never too late to change the scoreline. We score goals in the last minutes of games all the time. It's never too late. Davies brilliant. Not sure about the short socks, but hey, I guess whatever suits you. Listen, leave that. The lad can run around in ballies if he wants, as long as he plays well. and does the business. I'm not bothered. And yeah, it was a crap start. And like I said last night in my instant reaction, it was like the Palace game. The difference was in the Palace game, they didn't score. Simple as that. We controlled most of the ball. Everton FC video says, not a bad point that. David Schneider and Robles all played well. Barkley and Morales looked off the pace. On another day, we win that role on Bournemouth up the Toffees. Yeah, again, different opinions. I think the most consistent opinion is Schneiderlin and Robles was fantastic. Schneiderlin was just like a Rolls Royce last night. He was getting... A couple of times he played the ball short, but I put that down to the fact that it was his full debut for the club, and he hasn't been playing that much football this season either. I just thought he was... Some of his passes were dead simple, but they were really interesting angles. So with a little clever little pass, 5-yard pass, he was getting players in space, allowing them to break forward, and that's something we'll profit from. Having players in tight situations where they draw a couple of people in and then finding a pass suddenly just opens the pitch up massively. And like Ross Barkley and Tom Davies will profit from that massively. Ryan Walker says, not a bad result, especially with the other results from all the teams from second down. Next 4 home games are must-wins if we want to push forward. Bournemouth, Sunderland, West Brom and Hull, with an away at Borough in there as well. Let's keep it up to the end of the season now. Come on, you Blues. Absolutely spot on. Big run ahead of us now. We're on a good run. Let's keep that going against sides who are all below us, and sides that we've struggled against typically in the past to just break them down and get through. We've got results against them, but I'd like to see a couple of games where we really batter someone, to be honest. Tank C, this is the last one. There's a bit of an emotional one, this. Toffee TV has a long time Evertonian of over 30 years. We got the most devastating news ever today that my son Callum has cancer again. We battled through 2016 with it and eventually beat it. We just had over 2 months of joy. He's a little Irish Evertonian of 5, and just hope you and all the fans of this site say a little prayer for him. His operation is Tuesday, so please wish him luck. Thank you very much. Tank. 1 second, Baz is just going to join me. We're just, honestly, from us to you, we're just giving everything we can, whether that's a prayer or just positivity, whatever floats your boat. Honestly, I'm sure everyone's with you on this. And if you've beat it once, you can beat it again. We are both affected in our lives by this horrible disease. We know what it's like, mate, and we're with you. And honest to God, mate, if you ever need anything, just let us know. If you're honestly, we'll get the ball rolling if you ever need anything going for you, mate. So keep up the positivity. Let us know what's going on, and we'll keep the positivity coming back. Thanks for letting us know, mate. I know it's like a
Callum. Come on, mate. We're all rooting for you.
Yeah. So, Tank, good luck, mate. Thank you to everyone else for the comments. And thanks for watching Toffee TV. We'll see you later.